Hi guys, we're at the end of week 33 of taking 100 milligrams of sertraline to treat PPPD and CPTSD. I've had quite a good day today and last night as well, and I thought I got away with it for a little while. I was at a boat party for my friend's birthday yesterday from about 3 o'clock in the afternoon until approximately 11 o'clock. And then my boyfriend drove us down to Margate late last night, so we didn't get here till about 2 o'clock in the morning. And I woke up absolutely fine, not feeling anything at all, no symptoms whatsoever, not even ear ringing, nothing. I didn't have any symptoms yesterday either, which was amazing. And because it's been pretty much 24/7, 365 for 2 years or over 2 years now. 2 years and 2 months, not that I'm counting. But then about an hour ago, we were hungry. We went into a restaurant that's above an old pub. It's like a Thai restaurant. And it was a little bit dark going up the stairs, and you know what it's like when it's dark. It just makes everything worse. But I walked up the top of the stairs, sat down, and then just suddenly felt like my head was going to fall off again. My vision started to go funny. The restaurant itself, I was sat by the window and it's still daylight outside, so I don't really know why that happened. I don't know what's caused it, unless I'm just getting tired, and perhaps that's, I don't know, but you know what it's like. In the moment, I'm sat at the table and I'm like, right, okay, what do I do? Do I breathe? What do I do? Do I do the peripheral vision thing? Do I do a wet noodle thing? I'm thinking of all these things the steady coach talks about, but putting it into practice in the moment is really difficult, especially when you're with somebody and you're in public. You can't exactly just suddenly relax every muscle in your body and go all limp and loose in a restaurant. And I tried to do parasympathetic breathing, but I know I've got to do it at least 20 times. So I'm sat there and I'm like, right, okay. I tried to sort of do it, and then my boyfriend starts talking to me and I lost concentration, and then I thought, right, okay, I'm going to try the peripheral thing. So I'm trying to look straight ahead on something that's not moving. So I was looking at a point on his head and then trying to look out of I was facing the point on his head, and I'm trying to look out my peripheral vision and focus on things either side, because that's what the steady coach says to do. So I did that, but then his head kept moving, so I couldn't do that either. So I was just like, let's just get out of here. As soon as I went into the outdoors, I was okay. I've come back to my flat, I feel my vision's still a bit blurred, and I've got the massage on straight away. But earlier on, check this out. So earlier on, I had a couple of rums, okay, rum and coke, just a couple of singles, totally fine. Was sat out on the harbour with him, and I thought, this is so nice. I'm actually still, and I started to get confident, thinking, like, seeing a glimmer of hope, thinking, yeah, I'm going to get better, and got back to the flat and even sat down in my chair that has the massager on, but didn't turn the massager on. I didn't turn it on. I was sat there for a good 10 to 15 minutes before needing to put it on. That's massive. That's like a big deal. Excuse me, I'm still recovering a bit from last weekend. Anyway, so I put the massager on for a very, very short time, and then just thought, yeah, no, it's fine. I can deal with this. It's totally fine. But now it's kind of floored me again, and it's weird, isn't it? Anyway, I've got, I'm working. I've probably got about 3 weeks left on HRT before I'm up for review. When it gets to the point of review, I'm probably going to go up on the sertraline. I probably need that bit extra. So, the psychiatrist wanted me on 125 milligrams. The audiologist said, well, if you're getting all these visual symptoms from it, then it's probably best to come down and have an eye test and all that. But there's nothing wrong with my eyes. It's fine. My eyes are fine. So, excuse my hair, by the way, it's because I've been sort of festival partying thing. I've got a few dreadlocks in, but anyway, this is not my normal hair, guys. I haven't done a complete change of hair. It's just like anyway, whatever, you don't care. So what else is there? I did want to talk about the placebo effect and nocebo, because when this first started last May before last, sorry, I didn't know what it was, and I spoke to a local pharmacist in absolute despair because I couldn't get an appointment with the doctor because it was still sort of COVID sort of time, you know. And the pharmacist was really helpful, and he was like, oh, don't worry about it. My mum's had this, you know, she had the dizziness after the vaccine as well. And it just lasted about 14 weeks. You know, the vaccine, if you had the viral vector vaccine, which was the AstraZeneca, which is the one I had, I didn't have the mRNA one, I had a viral vector one. He said, yeah, usually, you know, within 14 weeks, it just kind of does its thing and you're done. So just take some, I was on liposomal glutathione, quercetin and zinc, right? So I was taking those three things, and that was what the pharmacist said would be good for me, because it's basically, I think the quercetin and glutathione, they kind of, they support your immune system, but they also detox you. And his thinking was that maybe I just didn't like, my body didn't like the vaccine, it was just reacting to it with an inflammatory response. Anyway, the reason I'm telling you this is because when I was taking those supplements, and my belief was that it was just the vaccine doing its thing, excuse me, and that within 12 to 14 weeks I'd recover. Surely enough, after about 2.5 months, I recovered. No symptoms at all, no dizziness, nothing, no blood, nothing. So that just tells you something, doesn't it? And I ended up getting triggered back into symptoms when I was at my brother's house helping him move things, okay? Now, as I told you last weekend, I'm needed by my brother to do that again. Excuse me. So I've still got this lingering thing from the allergy. Anyway, and I'm worried about it. And actually, I saw my brother. It was his birthday on Thursday. Oh, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Friday. He came round for dinner. It was nice to see him. He was completely fine, not particularly sensitive or anything that evening. But he did come round and say he's taken some time off work. He's got another 3 weeks sick leave from work. And I said, what for? You know, he said it's from stress and depression. And that he's going to use this time to find another job and this, that and the other and sort himself out. I was like, okay, good. And he's talking about seeing a doctor and everything else. But as he was talking to me, I wasn't aware, so I'm just going to have to hold the phone. I was doing this. So I was talking to him, and I wasn't feeling my boobs. I was under my arm here. I was doing that as he was talking to me. I wasn't aware I was doing it. And he said, what are you doing? And then I realised. And I said, oh, I'm doing that thing again. It's a psychosomatic thing that I'm doing. It's like a comfort thing that I do. And I'm not aware of. And he noticed it. So he drew my attention to it. And then that made me realise that actually what a stressor that is, my brother is for me. Not that he means to be, but he obviously is. And I don't know how to navigate that. Anyway, I just thought I'd mention that. If you can be aware perhaps of, if you're not aware of what the symptoms mean, having someone's sort of noticing something like that is quite a big thing. So I don't know what I can do about it, but that's beside the point. It was just something that I thought I'd mention. But anyway, going back to the placebo and nocebo thing, when I got better, and I thought my belief was that it was going to be okay, la la la, and then I got triggered back into symptoms. But it just shows you my belief was that I would get better, and I did. And then once I knew it was triple PD, I started to Google, and then Google comes up with, I think the top thing on Google is something like, it's a treatable, manageable condition or something like that. Don't believe anything I'm saying to you. This is old stuff from Google. This is not the latest science on it at all, or the latest understanding of mind body whatsoever. This is the standard old recommendation and an old diagnosis type stuff. But it says PPPD can be managed. Some people have it for the rest of their life, other people recover, but there's no time frame. Once you've read that, and I didn't have the steady coach at that point to refer to, or anybody else, I was like, oh, maybe I'm not going to recover. And then I'm still where I am now. But obviously a lot's happened within that time. But I think it makes a difference. Our belief makes a huge difference. And I still believe that I will recover. It's just frustrating because I felt really good the last 24 hours, and then bang, for no reason, no apparent reason I can think of. I'm with my other half. I'm in Margate, the place I love. I've had a really nice 24 hours with friends, with him. And then bang, it doesn't make any sense. I don't understand what it is about that situation. But all I do know from this is that if I just had something in that moment to be able to control that symptom, then I would have nailed it. But there was nothing that I could do at that point to try and calm myself down. There wasn't anything. So I think once I find that thing that works, then I'll feel in more control of it, and therefore it won't be such a big deal when it happens because I can control it. If that makes sense. I hope it does. By the way, just on the subject of recovery and stuff, Neat's just released, about 4 hours ago, she's released another recovery video, so check that out. I'll add it to my recovery videos playlist, okay? I hope you guys are doing all right, and we'll see how we go this week, and I'll speak to you on Sunday. Love you lots. Bye.